How we doing? How we doing? Let's get it. We live. Yup. Yup.
What's good, everybody? I am here.
TJ's here.
Yes.
It's been a long time, man. Jeez. We haven't done this in a while.
I know. I have been busy with fall work. I've also been working on my own videos. Like there was the Vegas one that all I'm saying, never again am I taking 73 hours to edit a video.
Oh my god. I can't do like 2 hours on a video. It makes me like it just hurts to do. It takes so long.
I did multiple days that it's like 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours.
My YouTube video I made like I think a week ago, it was like 18 minutes and it took me like literally 5 hours. I'm so bad at editing, I can't do it. And I do most of it like on my phone too. Like I barely even use my computer to edit.
I got the software, so I can.
Yeah, it's all right. So we got a lot of stuff to break down.
Yeah, we got a lot, including
oh yeah.
Let's go.
I think the Packers are gonna make a long shot. That's just me though. That's just me. All right. So what you want to attack the Atlantic Division first?
Yeah, from hockey. I mean, we might as well do hockey. Just build our way.
Yeah. I think we should talk about the All-Star game first because the Atlantic Division. Obviously, my Bruins are in it, and I have a lot to say about Brad Marchand not making the All-Star game.
As much as I hate this man, how Brad Marchand did not make the All-Star team is blasphemous.
It's literally like the thing is, I think
the NHL hates him. I think that's confirmed.
He has been absolutely lighting the lamp, especially lately. And I just think he should have made it even over Bergeron. Like I love Bergeron too, but he should have made it over him. And I just think the fact that the votes are just like everyone hates Brad Marchand because he is definitely dirty. I know he is.
Yeah.
But he is a very.
I'll agree. Tom Wilson also he's got.
But he's having a good. He's got what 30 points. He's got what 30 points. He's having a good season. On the other hand,
not real. It's really up and down. I actually just did an article on that on my website.
Yeah, I think the Bruins. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think about last night, man?
Oh my. The Capitals need to make changes.
Yeah.
That is confirmed. It's like you have to choose between Vanacek or Samsonov. You need an experienced goaltender.
I think Vanacek is so on and off against like especially against the Bruins, but he has potential. But how old is he? I know he's young.
Yeah,
he's young.
Like I think 25.
Yeah, I mean, I just think he needs a little more like he's still. I think he's getting there. Is what I'm trying to say.
He's 26. Samsonov.
He's 26. 20. Oh, okay. All right. So let's break down the Atlantic All-Stars. So let's talk about who made it first. You got from the Bruins, Patrice Bergeron, Buffalo Sabres, Rasmus Dahlin. You got Dylan Larkin from the Red Wings.
One of the only players from Buffalo. It's like,
I want to talk about him a little bit too. We got Huberdeau, who's having a great season down in Florida. Nick Suzuki. We got Vasilevsky, Hedman from Tampa. From Ottawa, we got Batherson. And then Toronto, you got Jack Campbell, the goaltender, and Austin Matthews, the captain of the whole team. So we got a lot of good players there.
Yeah, Jack is going to Toronto. He's really, because when he was with the Kings, he was an okay goaltender. Yeah. Then he took over for Freddie.
It's crazy how much of a switch he got when he went to Toronto. Even really last year, he was great too. Watching highlights of him take over the goaltender spot in Toronto, because last year you had 3 good goaltenders. You had Frederik Andersen, David Riddick, who had got traded, and then you got Jack Campbell. He took over all those players. And obviously, he's the only one standing in Toronto now, but he's doing a great, fantastic job this year.
Carolina, and then I think Riddick went to Nashville.
Yeah, he's in Nashville. But the fact that they were 2 guys who have shown that they're good, and Jack Campbell just came in and shut everyone up. Yeah, he literally came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, Riddick in 2020 he was an all-star.
He was. I know. And now he's a backup
now he's a backup.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, Rittich is doing good. Nah, let's sign Markstrom to a 6x6. Let's do that.
Exactly. All right.
So Markstrom's also another guy in the Flames division. How did he not make it in? He's been doing great.
Yeah, I know. All right, so I'm gonna name. I got 7 players on my list from the Atlantic Division that I think should have at least been like talked about to make the All-Star game, and I'm sorry to say 3 of them are on the Boston Bruins. So first off, we already talked about him, Brad Marchand. He's just been absolutely outstanding. 32 games, 20 goals, 23 assists. I mean, I don't know. 43 points in 32 games. Like, he's just an absolute monster. And now this guy, the only reason I'm putting McAvoy on this list is because I think he is as good as he has basically the same stats as Rasmus Dahlin. And I think Dahlin should be in it over him just because the Sabres need someone on the team. But I feel like if they based it just on good players, that McAvoy should be on it. I mean, he's got 6 goals, 19 assists, 25 points. And he's just been there for the Boston Bruins. He is their franchise defenseman, 100%. And then my third guy on the Bruins is David Pastrnak. And the only reason I don't think he should be on it, only because he just got hot so late.
Yeah.
He has just been.
I mean, he had 2 goals last night.
Yeah, he is just.
McAvoy.
Yeah.
Goal last minute. And I was watching the game with my dad. My dad's like, yes. And then
that was a great game. I was supposed to go to that game, but obviously COVID and everything. So, but I mean, Pastrnak has just been great.
John went to that game.
Oh yeah, I saw that on his Instagram.
I'm like, you went to the Caps game and you son of a bee.
Yeah. But I mean, Pastrnak is averaging a point a game. He's just been lights out the last like 2 weeks, and I don't know. All right, let's move on. I got from the Red Wings. I have Tyler Bertuzzi. I think he's been one of the most underrated players in NHL just because he's on the Red Wings. He's got 18 goals, 14 assists.
Yeah, the last couple years he's been.
I know, and he made an All-Star game. What? 2019. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. I think he's one of the rising stars that no one really talks about. You know, I just think he's very good, and he should be on this. I don't know. Dylan Larkin's having a really good year though. Yeah. So. My next guy is a defenseman. I got Aaron Ekblad from the Panthers to come back from that leg injury and just absolutely be lights out. I think he has just been great. He has 10 goals, 25 assists in 39 games. I just think he has been great.
Yeah, though, I mean, also doesn't help being on a team with a lot of talent.
I was looking at the stats on the Panthers, and they have like 6 guys over 30 points this year so far. Like they are very, very good.
A lot of moves and trades they did. Like, I mean, Sam Bennett is going to Florida.
Sam Bennett has been unreal this year.
Finally has that potential. The Flames fans like, do this with us.
Yeah.
Why did you have to choose getting traded and then actually unlocking your potential?
I know. He's just been great.
To be honest, he really didn't fit in Calgary. It's like it wasn't.
He didn't. Calgary just I don't know what you think about them, but I think it's time for them to rebuild a little bit.
I've been saying that for a couple of years. Like they should have rebuilt. They should have traded Monahan during the offseason or for whatever you can get.
Yeah. I mean, now like Matthew Tkachuk is having a good year too. I have him on my list. We'll talk about him later, but I think that they are just sinking, and they got to get some draft picks, man. All right, another guy. I have 2 more guys on my list for the Atlantic. One of them is another guy from Florida, Alex Killorn. Now, he does not have a lot of goals, but he is such a playmaker that I think he would be so fun to watch in an All-Star game. He's got 12 goals, 25 assists. Like, I don't know what you think about him because no one really talks about him.
I know. There should be more people talking about him. I remember during the playoffs last year, it's like big plays, like he was there for it. Like there was one off the top of my head, I remember I was calling a game for it. It was the Carolina series.
Oh, okay.
It's like he was there. I'm like, where did he come from?
Yeah.
Because he wasn't even on my screen. Next thing I see, whoosh, there he is.
Because the thing is, he's like a what, third liner? He plays third line, right?
He's like a third liner on a good team, and it's kind of the same way with Blake Coleman before leaving.
Yeah, Blake Coleman.
Blake Coleman, him in New Jersey, absolutely loved him.
Yeah,
because he's the type of guy you'd want on your bottom six.
Yeah, he's a really good bottom six guy, and I got one more guy who is also on a stacked team, and I think he is one of the most underrated. Like, I think he plays first line. I have William Nylander from the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Willie.
Yeah, I mean, I just think he's been so good this year. 16 points, 16 goals, 21 assists. I just think he's so good with Matthews, and I feel
because he's in Toronto. They're talking about Campbell, Matthews, Tavares, Marner.
And the thing with Marner has not really been there this year.
Yeah,
it's
like
I think
since he got that contract. That
massive contract that they can't pay for, that they can't pay for.
11 mil.
Oh my god! I just think that he has been stepped up.
Who wants that contract? No one does.
Literally, Toronto is so hot right now, and I think he is a massive reason that they are so good.
Yes.
So that's my list for Atlantic. I want to see if you have any more players.
I actually had a lot of those guys too. I had Martin, I had Nylander, I had Bertuzzi. Absolutely love Kaloran. He was on my list. I think I have mine up. Our lists are pretty much the same for. Mine for if we're talking about snubs, I actually had. For mine, we're talking about people that have really shown out for Detroit. I actually had Lucas Raymond on my list.
Oh, I saw him, and I don't know. He's been so good this year too.
So good this year for Detroit.
I was gonna put him down.
In the NHL.
I was gonna put him down, but I just felt like Tyler Bertuzzi was just like at the same level.
I had Toffoli.
Toffoli was a last man in, right?
No, I don't think he was the last man in. I think it was.
Hold up, I had it on my list.
I know because I did mine a couple.
He was. It says on Bleacher Report that Nick Suzuki was. Yeah.
I did this list a couple days ago, so
I tried not to. I tried not to put in last man in, but like
then I probably would say for Toronto because I know yours. Yeah, it's like really there's not much from Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto, exactly.
No, not from Toronto, Montreal. Because Montreal.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. The only reason I put Toffoli.
Yeah, I think
the only reason I didn't put Toffoli because I feel like he's kind of been hurt lately.
Yeah.
I just feel like I also feel like they're not going to put two Montreal players on.
One person, I'm like, how did he not get in? We're talking centers. One of the best defensive centers in the league, Alexander
Barkov. I agree.
How did he not get in?
I know. Because the thing is, I feel like the Panthers deserve two players.
Yeah.
Just because of how stacked
they have so many
are.
good players. It's like, there's got to be the odd man out.
Yeah.
In this case.
I mean, come on.
Plus, he has that big extension starting next year, which
is
great. And has earned everything.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. All right, so let's go to the Metro.
Yes.
And talk about the Metro for a little bit. Your Capitals, Alexander Ovechkin, the captain of this team.
Yes, sir.
He is having a MVP season right now.
He's affecting insane. Him what? People say, "Oh, he's gonna decline." Nope. I never heard of it.
He is just a dog this year. All right, so let's talk about the players who are on the team. So for Carolina, we got Frederik Andersen, Sebastian Aho. Columbus, we got Zach Werenski. The Devils, we got Jack Hughes, who Jack Hughes is not been very good this year. He has like 20 points or whatever, and he's still
well,
on it.
He's had moments.
Yeah, he's had his moments, but
he's shown why he was the number 1 pick. And then there's also moments that kind of it's like, why are you thinking? There's one of them in particular. He had that game-winning goal. He threw the stick.
Oh my god!
I remember seeing that. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, he's I don't know. Yeah. And then all right, let's finish this. We got Islanders. We got Adam Pellick. Rangers. We got Adam Fox, Chris Kreider. We had Mika Zibanejad, but he's not participating. Yeah. Flyers. We got Claude Giroux. Penguins, we got Jake Gensel and Tristan Jarry, and then obviously your Capitals, we got Alexander Ovechkin. All right, so on my list, I have 4 good options, and I have one that I'm very, very strong on that I think it is absolutely ridiculous that he is not on it. So I am gonna start with him. I have the goaltender from the New York Rangers, Igor Shesterkin.
Yeah, that is an absolute
He has been
highway robbery. That did not get in.
I can talk for hours about why this guy is not in. He is insane.
What I would have done because I think you said it was like 3 Rangers players because there was.
Yeah, you got Adam Fox, Chris Kreider.
What I would have done is I would have done Fox, Kreider, Igor.
I agree.
And I'd say instead of because it's kind of tough who would I put out, Jarry or Anderson. Things what I would maybe do is I take out Anderson, put in another man who has got completely snubbed.
In
the All-Star game in Andrei Svechnikov. That's who I would.
Yeah, I agree too. I had him on my list too, but I just think he has been absolutely the fact of how good the Rangers. No one was expecting this from the New York Rangers this year. They're leading the Metro, and they are on. They're not. It doesn't look like they're gonna stop. It does not look like they're gonna stop.
I knew they had a chance of possibly leading the Metro when they announced that Gerard Gallant was going to be their head coach. Because I know Gerard Gallant he's a really good head coach.
He is 100%.
He was really good in Florida before they went to analytics and then just used him. Vegas, he was really good. The first year, it's like that team really shouldn't have made a Stanley Cup, but they had the right coach in Gallant.
Right.
That it's like they were able to play as a team and they made it to the Stanley Cup.
The thing for me with the New York Rangers is they are good now, but they are going to be good for the next couple of years. The fact of how young their team is and the contracts they have, they're just – I don't think they're going to stop.
Extension starts next year.
Yeah. And then you got Panarin. Panarin's there forever. You got Lafreniere, Capo. He is just insane too. I think he's going to be like really, really good in the next 3 years.
The first 2 years, it's like he was just there. This year, it's like he really
this year he's like starting to get up a little bit. I want to see Lafreniere get up there too because I mean another number 1 pick.
You mean Lafreniere? That's how it's
Lafreniere, whatever. Yes. I'm not Canadian, man. I'm not Canadian.
The hockey names knowing these.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about. I had Panarin on my list too, because I feel like I don't think he hasn't been a big goal scorer this year, but he does have 30 assists.
Yeah.
And he is just. I understand that the Rangers have a lot of players in it already, so I get why he's not there. But I also think he is just like so good that he should be considered. So that's why I have him on my list. And I have another guy that I think should be in it on the New Jersey Devils, Jesper Bratt.
You mean Jesper Bratt?
Jesper Bratt. All right, man.
That's how his name's pronounced.
I'm not good with names, man. That's
why I'm here.
But I do think he should 100% be in this.
I have him as my
over Jack Hughes.
That's my stuff for the Devils. He should be in over Hughes. 100%.
I mean, 10 goals, 23 assists, like over. What is Jack Hughes has what? I looked up his stats earlier, and he has 9 goals. I don't know how many assists he has, but I just think.
Yeah, I know his points is in the 20s.
But I mean, come on. I just think it's
I
crazy.
know. It's stupid.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's it for me for the Metro. And Mr. Bird on the Capitals.
He had okay, so he's played in 21 games, has 21 points, so he's at a point per game.
He's at a point per game, which is pretty good, but I mean, so is
but
Brought.
Brought is
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so for my snubs, I have a couple for the Metro. I had Svechnikov as one, Brought as one, Matt Barzal for the Islanders.
Okay.
More for the Rangers.
Yeah.
Flyers, I had Cam Atkinson. He's
having a really good season.
He's had a really good year. Him and also Voracek are having good years. And they were traded 1-for-1. It's like that trade's working for both teams because they're both getting guys that are developing. Well, not
100%.
Doing their thing. I almost said developing, but Voracek's in his 30s.
Yeah, I know. Cam Atkinson is man. Like, yeah, and now he's stuck in Columbus where they're falling down too.
Capitals, hold on. Might have to move this back a little bit.
No, here we go.
Tom Wilson, and also Kuznetsov also.
Kuznetsov. I had him on my list because he has been so good. But I think that 100% Kuznetsov should be considered. I don't have anyone else, so do you want to move on to the Central?
All right, Central Division, here we go.
I have a lot of names for the Central.
Yeah.
So
I have a name that's like on my list that you probably would be like, why in the hell do I have this name down?
I'm here for it. All right, so let's go to the players we have on the team. All right, so first off, we got from the Coyotes, Clayton Keller. We got Alex DeBrincat, Nathan McKinnon, Cale Makar, Nazem Kadri. 3 guys from the Avalanche. We got Joe Pavelski. We got Saros, the goaltender from the Predators. We got Jordan Kyrou, who I think has been so good this year for St. Louis. We have Kyle Connor, and then we have Kirill Kaprizov.
Yes.
And
so, of course, Kaprizov should be in there 100%.
I agree. Kyle Connor.
I absolutely love Kyle Connor.
Kyle Connor.
Michigan alum.
Kyle Connor is one of the most underrated players in the NHL. He has been one of the most underrated NHL players in the past 3 seasons.
Yes.
All right, so here are my list. Now, I have 3 players from the Avalanche that I don't think should be in, but should be considered just because of how good seasons they have. I have Mikko Rantanen, I have Burakovsky, and I have Landeskog. I think they have all been so good this year.
There's all names to consider, though. Of course, Burakovsky as a former captain.
Yeah.
Him being traded, I'm like, why do we always have to be so close to the cap?
But the thing is, like, the switch he's made from when he went to Colorado is like he's just gotten so up, you know?
He's gotten so much better.
And I like the Avalanche are so stacked this year. It is crazy.
Yeah, though I'd say. And I was saying this last year probably would have been their best chance to win a cup because they had really good depth and also playoff experience. I mean, they had Brandon Saad.
Yeah.
He has that experience from Chicago. So
yeah. All right, so I have a couple more names here. I have Jason Robertson from the Dallas Stars, who I think has been he's young, he's good. 35 points this year, 15 goals.
Yeah, me, I got among them like names that should be in. Yossi, of course.
100%.
Robert Thomas.
Robert Thomas, he is very underrated. I don't have him on my list. I have
and now the Minnesota Wild one. If they were to have another player, that player I'd put in Ryan Hartman.
Ryan Hartman.
He is having an underrated season.
Oh, I agree, but Ryan Hartman, I don't know. I mean, I don't have anyone else from the Wild just because I focus more on the Predators. I have Roman Josi and Matt Duchene. I think Matt Duchene is having a really good season. And then I have 2 more from the St. Louis. I have Tarasenko and I have Buchnevich. if the Rangers, imagine if the Rangers held on to him.
Oh my God!
Imagine it if they held on to him. Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say.
Kind of what I was just saying. Hartman stats in 35 games, 16 goals, 14 assists, 30 points, and a plus minus of 30 right now.
Yeah, that is unreal. He is underrated. All right, so the thing is, I think that Roman Josi is the biggest snub here.
Yeah, he is.
He is. 100%. The fact that a defenseman has over 40 points and is not...
and he doesn't get in. What level of blasphemy?
I just think
he's the NHL voting committee doing?
The fact that he's got to be in his 30s, right? I know he's been in the league for a while. I don't know how old he is, but it's not like he's a young guy who's fast and like Cale Makar has all these numbers.
In his early 30s. I think he might be.
So the fact that he is like a captain, he
has 42 points.
The fact that he's a leader and a veteran and has 13 goals and 29 assists and is not an all-star is just that I honestly think that's a bigger snub than Shesterkin. I don't know about you, but I think that
might be out of all the divisions the biggest snub.
I think that's an even bigger one than Brad Marchand, in my opinion. I just think it's absolutely unbelievable that he is not in.
Yeah, he's definitely in my top 2 biggest snubs. It's between him right now. It's kind of been flip on between him and Sejurkin. Like
okay, I agree.
Those are my 2, and then I have Marchand third.
Okay, that's fair. That's pretty fair. All right, so that's all I have for the Central, but the Pacific, I didn't really like. I don't know. I want to see what you think about the Pacific first, because I was looking through, like, this was right before the stream started, and I was just like, I had a couple names. I just want to see what you think first.
For me, of course, first I got to pull up the Pacific All-Stars. I know I have the snubs up.
Yeah.
Right now. So it's like one of them with Giordano, which I mean at this point I expect Giordano. He's not gonna be in Seattle much longer. He's probably getting traded.
Yep. They need to fix something in Seattle, man. They need to fix something.
People were saying this was gonna be like the Vegas Golden Knights.
No. I never thought that. I never did.
This is more like the early day San Jose Sharks.
Yeah, this is like the Atlanta Thrashers, man. Like, this is just like, it is just terrible in Seattle. They really thought that they could stay. I don't think, have they ever sold that building out other than the first ever game?
I don't think they have.
They literally have no fans. They have no team. Like, who is their leading scorer? Like, I literally don't even know.
I actually have to look. I don't think it's Jordan Schwartz.
One of the best players on that team is Marcus Johansson.
I think it might be I think their best player might be Jordan Eberle.
Jordan Eberle? Okay.
I think
he's had a good season, but at the same time he's like, how much he's making a bunch of money, isn't he?
He's making $5.5 million. Which really for a person
that has that's not as bad. It's not that bad.
Yeah, but so like right now Eberle leads in points. Jared McCann's in second. Yanni Gord is third. Jaden Schwartz, him and Schwartz are tied. Tanev had 15 points before he got hurt. No, Marcus Johansson has 10 points in 28 games.
Yeah, I mean, like, they just need to do something. Get their prospects up immediately. And then, okay, so I'm gonna name a couple of guys I thought were snubs, but I thought the Pacific was pretty good. Especially, I love that they picked Troy Terry as their last man in.
Something I should mention for Seattle, they don't have a goaltender above a .900 save percentage.
I feel incredibly bad for Philip Grubauer that he's stuck there. Because
he was the Vezina finalist last season. Goes to Seattle,
because you know what? I literally don't even think it's his fault that he is so bad right now, because it's just his team is just so bad.
Yeah.
But my list, I'm so happy that Troy Terry is on the team. I think he has been so exciting to watch this year.
Yes, he has.
And he definitely deserves to be on this team. But My list for snubs, I had Matthew Tkachuk. I mean, he's got 35 points this year. He's been pretty
I
good.
actually had 2 for the Flames. I had him, and I also had Markstrom. Markstrom should 100% be
Okay, Markstrom. Yeah, Markstrom's had a very, very
Markstrom
good.
should be in.
I think he should be in over John Gibson. I don't know what you think, but
yeah, I agree there. Edmonton, I have Darnell Nurse.
Okay, yeah, he was the last
I have
one.
JT Miller.
Okay, JT Miller's been great this year too.
I have Marchessault, which Marchessault's always been a guy.
Yeah, he's been so good for Vegas.
He's been incredibly underrated for many.
He is underrated. All right, yeah, that's really like.
Yeah, I remember when he was a free agent in 2016.
Yeah.
And when I saw he signed with Florida, I'm like, oh my god, I would have loved him.
No, yeah.
And then he went to Florida, became a goal scorer, and I'm like,
yeah,
great.
See, he's a guy that like no one really talked about. Like even when he was on Florida, no one talked about him, and then he went to.
Was so bad.
Yeah, they were so bad.
And then he got traded to Vegas by having them take Riley Smith.
Which Riley Smith
is like that was a stupid trade.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Most of the trades in that Vegas expansion.
Yeah, they were just all brutal.
It's like Alex Tuck.
Alex. even the Mark Stone trade is just like, come on, man.
I know.
Ottawa.
It's like there's trades from that expansion draft that ended up leading to them trading for Mark Stone.
Yeah. I think you kind of covered it. Another guy you might want to talk about. I'm very happy Timo Meyer's there. I think he definitely deserves it. I think Logan Couture's having a good year too. That's one guy I would maybe talk about because San Jose has cooled down a little bit, but they started the season red hot.
Yeah, they started the season red hot.
Red hot.
So that is not the main thing. They finally got rid of Evander Kane.
Oh my God! Quick question: Where do you think he's gonna go? Do you think he's gonna land anywhere?
Oh no, he's not playing at all this year. He's not.
Yeah, because that's what I thought, but then I was looking over Twitter a couple nights ago, and there was like teams that were interested in him.
I don't think Edmonton's gonna sign him.
I just think he's gonna be such a terrible like locker room guy that no one's gonna want to like.
Playoff team a team that's right now in the playoffs signed him.
Yeah,
I don't see them making the playoffs.
I don't.
That morale.
They're not gonna stay like this the whole season. It's just like they don't have enough like power to keep going. Because like I said, they started off hot, but they've cooled down the last couple of weeks. You know. Yeah. I don't see them coming back from it.
Remember, San Jose is a very old team because they got
100%. They're like starting.
They got a lot of guys in their 30s. Like Brett Burns is a couple years away from retirement.
Erik Karlsson is one of the most overpaid plays.
Mark Edward Classic.
Yeah.
So at the same time, this season, it's been very weird seeing Erik Karlsson without the long hair.
Oh, I know.
That's been his trademark for years, and then he cut it before the season.
He's honestly having like one of his best seasons in San Jose.
Yeah, not worth 11 mil, but
no, definitely not. All right, you want to move on to the NFL playoffs? The thing that you've been wanting to talk about.
I think we still have. No, that was it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so NFL playoffs. We have, of course, this week we're starting off. Tomorrow, 4:30, Cincinnati and Tennessee. King Henry will be back.
He is back. He got active. Is he getting activated today or tomorrow? I thought it was today. He
got activated already.
Oh, okay.
So he will play tomorrow, and he is expected to get a full workload.
Yep.
But who do you think's winning that?
Who they?
Cincinnati.
Who they? I think
I have Cincinnati too.
Here's my thing. I think it's gonna be one of the most high scoring games in the playoffs. Because I just think that Derek. Yeah, both offenses are
Henry's about
insane.
To steamroll through Cincinnati.
Yes, he is. He honestly is, and I think that. If Tennessee wants to win, you want to hear this hot take? They need to get Julio Jones involved tomorrow. Julio Jones
Oh my
Julio
god.
Jones is one of the most like underestimated
Yeah.
players right now just because he does not get
Yeah, because he's
targeted.
barely done anything. And him during the playoffs, I remember 2016.
Yes.
That game against Green Bay, that NFC Championship game, he killed us. He
And
killed Green Bay's defense.
I
They
think I
Him and
think
Matt
if
Ryan are
the
the sole reasons that they won that game. Because Julio went off, Ryan went off. Because really, besides that, it's like on offense, the only other person they had at that time that was good was Devontae Freeman.
Devontae Freeman, yeah. And
Remember,
the
oh
thing
my, Devontae Freeman is like last year we were like, remember when Devontae Freeman was good, and then this
yeah.
year he just returns from the dead because all the Ravens running backs died before the season.
So, okay, you want to hear this? This is my if Tennessee wants to win this game, this is what I think they need to do. I think they need Derrick Henry to be full on beast mode like he
Yes.
usually is
Yes.
because their
There's
defense
three
is
things
terrible.
you can't stop. Derrick Henry on a weekly basis, Bo Jackson attack mobile, and Madden 04 Mike Vick.
Yeah.
Those are the three most
Literally.
overpowered.
I think Derrick Henry needs to rush for over 100 yards tomorrow. But I think
he's already going over 100.
Yeah.
In fact, I got him going over 150.
I can see it happening, but the thing is, I need Ryan Tannehill to have a good game tomorrow.
Yeah,
You need to get that you need to get that wide receiver duo of AJ Brown and Julio Jones involved tomorrow. You need to get get them, especially Julio Jones in the red zone.
Jones this year, it's like people were expecting him to do so well, and then he was just invisible. I think
but I don't think it's his fault. I think he is so like I don't know because he's been hurt, but at the same time, I think
when he was on the field too, it's like he really wasn't performing.
Yeah,
Julio level.
I think if you do that, and then for defense, I mean, let's be honest, the Bengals' offensive line is god awful.
Yeah, so and plus their best lineman on defense got injured too.
So if you need to focus on the wide receiver trio of Jamar
Chase, Higgins, Boyd.
Yep.
Also Joe Mixon in the backfield too.
Yep, Joe Mixon. I think it's gonna be an offensive game.
Yeah, it's gonna be
offensive. And I think that the Bengals are gonna win.
Yeah, I got Cincinnati winning that game. I got
100%.
I got 42-38.
42-38. I didn't have a score prediction, but I think it's gonna be over 65 points.
Yeah, over 55 points total.
100%.
And now San Francisco against my Green Bay Packers. You know who I got winning.
This game is honestly gonna be so exciting, but I do not see the 49ers winning this game.
Yeah.
As much as I like the thing is
Jimmy G's been hot, but besides Jimmy G, their offense, because Kittle he's been hit or miss this year. And then there's also, besides him, just Elijah Mitchell and Deebo Samuel. That's basically their offense. Though Trent Brown's been great on the offensive line this year.
Listen to this. If you stop Deebo Samuel tomorrow, you win the game.
Yeah,
it's not even a question. Deebo Samuel is going to be the only person.
Deebo Samuel's going to be the key for them to win. And it's like the team's contained.
Yeah.
Because I think we're going to have Jair back. We're getting Zadarius Smith back and also Wayne Mertz as well.
I think the Packers this year, they have the best defense they have had in so long.
This is the best defense
is good. Their defense is good. Because you always talk about the offense, Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, Aaron Jones. But this year, it's been the defense. It has been the defense.
Yeah, which, hold on. I want you to think about this for a sec. The last time the Packers had a top defense, it was the year they won the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
I was 7. I'm 18 now.
11 years.
11 years to appear. And
I honestly, the Packers are favorites to win the Super Bowl this year, and I honestly think they can go. I think they can do it with their defense because they have the offense. They've always had the offense.
This week, it's going to be a win. It depends on who they face next.
Yep. Well, let's talk about that game now. We got the Los Angeles Rams facing off against Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's see what you got first.
Yeah, we remember what happened earlier in the season when they faced off. The Rams beat Tampa.
Yep.
And incredibly hard to beat Tom Brady twice, but since then, the Rams' offense has gotten better. Though they're without Whitworth, he's going to be out.
The key for the Los Angeles Rams is Matt Stafford tomorrow.
Yeah,
Matt Stafford. If he has a bad game, they're losing. If he has a good game, they got a chance.
Plus, also you got to think there's also 2 more offensive threats that are being added to that offense. Last time they faced off, the deep threat wasn't Van Jefferson. He was a slot receiver. Now Odell's moving in as the slot receiver since he joined, and now there's just the monster running back duo with Cam Akers coming back, which how he came back from a torn Achilles.
Yeah,
this man is not human.
Cam is not.
I was high on him before the season started. He got injured. I'm like, you're kidding me.
Their running backs are so insane. It's crazy.
Sony
Michel too. Sony Michel is so insane.
This is kind of funny. So the week that Michel went off, it was against the Jags.
Yep.
The person I was facing in fantasy, he had Henderson and he had Sony. So and he decided to start Henderson over Sony.
Oh my god!
And I won because of that.
Yeah.
Bergie for being an idiot.
So I think that I don't think that the running backs for the Rams are going to be very, very effective tomorrow, just because of how good the Bucks are against run offense. So I think if Cooper Kupp has a good game on receiving yards, and then you get in the red zone, Odell Beckham, if he gets a touchdown in the red zone, because I think Odell has been so good in the red zone for the Rams this year, then I think the Rams have a good shot. But I think that the Rams need to strike very, very quickly and consistently. So I think that if they have like a 17-point lead, they have the game. But if it's down
at the same time, they're facing Tom Brady. So
no, but that's what I'm getting to. If they have a little lead in the fourth quarter, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are winning the game. So I think that the Buccaneers are going to win tomorrow, but I don't think
they're playing Sunday.
Sunday. And but I don't think they're going to beat Green Bay if they play Green Bay.
Ooh.
I think Green Bay is going to win the NFC. I think they're going to break. I think they're going to break the curse of the NFC Championship and win and go to the Super Bowl.
Ooh, yeah. The thing is, for me, it's like I was gonna say if the Rams win, I feel like Green Bay would beat the Rams. If Tampa wins, then it's.
I don't know. I just don't think you got to think about the Tom Brady mentality, but you also got to think about it's a different year. You got the Green Bay Packers who are the best team in the league, 100%. And you talk about the Green Bay Packers. They had 3 losses this year, right?
Yeah, there was the first week against
and one of them was the first week, and then they had one against the Lions where they didn't really start anyone.
So really, they had only 2 losses.
So really, they only had 2 losses, and I just don't think they can lose. I just don't. They have been so good against good teams this year, while the Buccaneers have shown that they can be shaky. That they can be shaky, and I just at the same time, it's playoffs. Anything can happen. So I think Green Bay is going out of the NFC. That's what I think.
Okay. All right. The other AFC game. We talk about shootouts. This is going to be a shootout.
Yeah.
Buffalo, Kansas City.
I think that even this is going to be the most exciting game of the whole weekend.
This is going to be the most exciting game of the week.
And as much as I hate the Bills, I'm rooting for Buffalo.
Oh.
I just hate Kansas City so incredibly much that I want them to lose. I want to hear what you think first about who you think's going to win.
For me, wait, hold on. I'm thinking of something. I just gotta get something real quick. I'll be right back.
All right, hold up. We got a good stream going on, everybody. Thank you to everyone in here. We're We're almost an hour into the stream. It's been great. We talked about the NHL All-Star Game, an hour into football. Back to what I said about so right now, I think the Final Four, the NFC Championship, we got Green Bay and Tampa, and I don't know, but I want to see Buffalo win, but I want to see what TJ says first about the Buffalo Kansas City game. It's gonna be very, very interesting. It's gonna be very, very interesting. This is gonna be back to, if anyone's here for the Rangers game, I'm just not doing it. It's already halfway into the first, and we're already in a good, deep conversation about this. So it's just gonna be a sports talk type of stream today, guys. It's gonna be a sports talk day, everybody. All right, there we go. We're back. All right, so continue what you were gonna say. Oh!
I went upstairs, got the jersey.
Oh, that's impressive. That's yours?
Kansas City winning.
You got. I mean, it's gonna be so close. Because let's be honest, you can't predict who's gonna win because they both absolutely dominated. They both absolutely dominated. Yeah. My Patriots got dominated. That is the worst Patriots game I've ever watched in my life. Wow. It was such a terrible game. It was bleach in my eyes. It was anything you can imagine. It was just that game. Huh. But the thing with Buffalo is, I think Josh Allen has good games and sometimes he has bad games. And I think if Josh Allen,
this also could be revenge for last year too.
Exactly. They're gonna have the mentality to win when they go into that game.
Yeah, but remember, Diggs was the only one on the field during the championship celebration.
That's the thing.
Gotta have a day.
The thing is, I think the Kansas City defense is not very good, and I think that the Bills offense needs to be there to win. And one player that needs to be involved is Stephon Diggs, but another guy that needs to be involved, this is a weird one, is Isaiah McKenzie. Isaiah McKenzie,
yeah, he torched the Pats.
He torched the Pats. I was there. I was at that football game, and I watched Isaiah McKenzie absolutely own the New England Patriots. And I think
you're also there. You're also there with Stephon Diggs. He's like, "Hey, you."
Yeah.
Going out past it. I'm like, I love it.
The thing is, if everyone who was there for the Bills against New England is there against Kansas City, I think they got a good chance. But it's going to be an absolute shootout because both defenses are shaky, I guess you can say. I think the Bills have a decent defense, but they're also a little injured. You know, obviously, Tre'Davious White's out, obviously. Yeah. And, you know, Kansas City has never really had that defense that you like to talk about.
There we go.
But in my prediction, I think Buffalo's gonna win. I think they're there for the revenge, and I want to see it happen.
I got Kansas City. Now with our brackets, what are the Super Bowl? All
right, so for me, it's Buffalo and Cincinnati, and I think the Super Bowl is gonna be Green Bay and Buffalo.
Okay, so for me, my championship games: Cincinnati, Kansas City, Green Bay, and the Rams. Super Bowl, Green Bay for Cincinnati.
My goodness. The thing is, if that happens, I think that Green Bay is going to have a field day. I think they're going to have a field day. See, the thing, I love Cincinnati. I love their young team.
I do too, but think in the Super Bowl, Green Bay's winning.
I think Joe Burrow is an absolute stud, but I think that them as a Super Bowl team, they're not there yet. They're just not.
Yeah, no, you also got to remember, they beat the Chiefs and near the end of the regular season.
Yep, they did.
Is still owning Kansas City to this day.
He is. But the thing is, like, the Green Bay against their defense is just going to be, like, not even fair.
I know.
Like they're
Brown a touchdown.
They're gonna
definition of useless.
They're literally gonna be like the Buffalo was against New England. They're just gonna go like 7 for 7, like so many touchdowns. They're just not gonna stop. And I think that if that were to happen, where Cincinnati would play Green Bay. Cincinnati has a great offense, but Green Bay's got a good defense.
Yeah, their defense,
and I think,
I mean, they have Trey Hendrickson, Von Bell, Jesse Bates. That's really what they have.
Exactly. And I just think like they would score. I think that Cincinnati's offense would score a couple times, but at the same time, like Green Bay would just be too unstoppable on offense to keep the score close. I think Green Bay, unless they somehow absolutely choke, are gonna win the Super Bowl this year.
I mean, this is Green Bay we're talking about.
This is their. I know.
Yeah, I have experienced this for over a decade.
But based on this year, it is literally they have the best team they've ever had. Aaron Rodgers, it could be his last year. We don't know. We don't know. I don't think based on articles and like him, I don't think it'll be his last year. I think he was just being a little over dramatic at the beginning of the year. But I think he realizes it's too good to leave.
Yes.
And I think if they have to make a decision between Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers for a couple more years, who are they going to choose? They're going to choose Aaron Rodgers.
Yes. Jordan Love was a waste of a pick. And I will
I totally agree with you, man. I
remember when he got drafted. I'm like, what are we doing?
The fact that they traded up to pick a quarterback from Utah is just like, honestly, like,
yeah, and the fact I think it was the 29th pick.
Yeah, and they traded for 26, right? 26 or 23.
I think it was 20. I think it might have been 22. Actually,
yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I always talk about this. Like,
no, 22 was Justin Jefferson. 26 was Jordan Love. I wanted Patrick Queen. That's Patrick.
See, I just don't understand like why they would pick Jordan Love. Like, so that was 2019, right? Aaron Rodgers right now is how old's Aaron Rodgers right now? 35.
Yeah, 35 or 36.
So he's 33 when they're picking Jordan Love. Like, you have at least like 4 or 5 more years, and you're picking a backup who's obviously not going to want to be a backup for 4 or 5 years when he's a first round pick.
Yeah, so I bet a team that want their first round pick redos are the Raiders.
So
both of them are gone.
Yeah.
Not even 2 years after they're gone.
Yeah. I mean, that's just a whole nother story, man.
That's a whole nother story.
Arnett
just decided to pull his Arn Anderson.
I have a question for you. Do you think that the Raiders will re-sign their interim head coach?
I mean, he didn't do a bad job. So who knows?
And my opinion, I think they should keep him. I think they should keep him.
Something I saw is that one person that it's like, if they believe that Vegas offers him that he's going to take it, is Jim Harbaugh. And as a Michigan fan, at this point last year, I'm like, why did we extend Harbaugh? And then and I'm like, okay, kind of changed my opinion on it. And now when I go back to the NFL, I'm like, no.
See, the thing is, like, every last couple of years, it's been like a lot of people are saying he's going to go back, and it's like, but it never really happens. It never really happens. I think he's going to stay with Michigan.
But the only thing is, like, I could have seen him going to Miami because, I mean, that was a stupid move by Miami.
Yeah, that was mind blowing.
Yeah. Thing is, I was in class that my English teacher was like, "Oh, do you see Brian Forsberg was fired?" I'm like, "You're kidding me."
You're kidding. I saw it, and I was like,
"I'm like, what?" I'm like,
it's crazy. It is crazy that
out of the blue, and it's so stupid.
It was very, very dumb. I think
players were like, "What?"
Miami's got. No, so I think that means
they're not getting Watson now either.
They're not getting Watson because he was the only guy that wanted him. He was the only guy that was about to persuade the whole Miami front office to try to trade for Deshaun Watson.
And that happened, and now
I don't know what you think about Tua. I think Tua's going to be their quarterback for a couple more years.
Yeah, though, I mean, in the NFL, it's not been what we expected him to be. He's serviceable. It's also annoying because earlier this year it came out too that Flores wanted Justin Herbert and not Tua. Miami's offense if they had Herbert.
If they had Herbert, the AFC East would be the AFC East would be unstoppable.
Yes,
they would be unstoppable.
Well,
it would
be because you'd have the Patriots, the Dolphins, the Bills, and then there'd just be the Jets at the bottom. We would just say Jets are last. We know that.
The Jets have got to do something, man. There's something that they got to do to. I don't know what you think about. I don't know what's gonna happen with Zach Wilson. Is he gonna be good? Is he not gonna be good? I just don't know.
The Jets could ruin him. I mean, they already ruined his relationship. His girlfriend dumped him a couple.
Yeah. another
so the Jets
thing.
Already ruined him one way.
Yeah. I also there's another thing I want to say. What do you think's gonna go on with Trevor Lawrence? What do you think Trevor Lawrence is gonna do?
He's gonna have a decent year next year because you don't have Urban Meyer.
I think
messing the team up.
I think he's the total opposite of Zach Wilson. I think Trevor Lawrence has skill, but he's just on an absolute
Urban Meyer screwed.
He is on an absolute awful team that had terrible coaching. I think if they get good coaching and a couple of linemen next year, that he will be a top 20 quarterback.
After the Cincinnati game, Urban Meyer, he was running a lot of zone, but off the field, he was running hard press.
That was a good one. That was a good one. I think he's good. I like Trevor Lawrence is the #1 pick. And you expect him to be good, and then
though his receiving core wasn't bad. It's like not in any elite names like Marvin Jones. He's had some pretty solid years. Chanel was gonna have a good year, and then Urban Meyer, also James Robinson. We also thought ETN would be involved. Then he got injured.
Yep. Yeah. See, I think their offense is gonna look totally different next year.
So now ETN, he's gonna get a lot of the snaps now because Robinson tore his Achilles.
Yep. And I want to see how ATN does next year because no one has any clue how he's going to be in the NFL because
ETN's
never played. I'm high on him too because I think the chemistry is going to be there with Trevor Lawrence, and then if you I know they have the first pick and they're not going to pick an lineman, but if they get
they're not going to pick a line. They're not going to pick a line. They're obviously taking Hutchinson.
Yeah, it's not even a question, but I think if they get like a third-round pick. If they pick a third-round pick or lineman,
or second round, you can take lineman too.
Yeah, even to sign an old lineman. I think because I think their wide receivers can be there. Do I think they're going to be a playoff team next year? Hell no. But do I think they're?
So they're going to improve.
I think they can potentially, if they make all the right moves next year, they will be a 7-10 team.
Yeah. I think have them. It's like have them improving if they make the right moves, and then who knows? Maybe I'd say 3, maybe 4 years from now, could be talking about.
Because I'm not high on the AFC South. I'm not. I think that they have
just the Titans, and then there's a bunch of garbage.
But the thing is, I think it is. I just don't. I'm never high on the Tennessee Titans. I'm not high on them because they have Derrick Henry, but I think Ryan Tannehill is not. I don't even think Ryan Tannehill's a top 15 quarterback. I think he is in the 20 range.
Yeah, he's a mid-tier quarterback.
He is so mid. Danny, what's up? I'm giving you a look. He said, "Give me a look in the comments."
Yeah, Danny might have missed just a legendary joke a couple.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Ryan Tannehill has good games, but at the same time, he's not a passing quarterback. Like they're a run offense, but they at the same time, imagine if the Tennessee Titans had a good quarterback. Like I'm not talking Tannehill. I'm talking like a top 15 quarterback that they can imagine Deshaun Watson, for example. I know he'll never go to Tennessee, but imagine him at Tennessee. They're not going
to trade him in division. But it's also Tannehill's 33.
Yeah. And he's on a big contract.
What they could do, and this might be what am I talking about? I feel like there's a chance to have them trade up because they're gonna be like late 20s.
Yeah, late 20s.
If they could move up like late teens, and I feel like they could possibly draft the Pittsburgh quarterback, Puckett.
Oh,
That's something that's like I wouldn't be surprised to do that.
that's very interesting.
Yeah,
All
that's
right,
something.
so I have one quarterback in the draft that I am so high on that's going to be a late first round pick, and that is Matt Corral. I think Matt Corral
Oh
out of
yeah,
Ole
Corral
Miss.
is gonna be good.
I think that the fact that he is like so underrated because he goes to Ole Miss
I
is
know
just
because he's
like
at Ole Miss. People are like, oh, he's at Ole Miss though. So at the same time, it's like
he
I was.
it,
This is just someone that
another team. I think a team that he will get drafted to that he would fit perfectly is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I know he will fit.
The
Perfectly
Pittsburgh
there.
Steelers.
Him. All I'm saying, next year if they get Corral, it is Deontay Johnson's season.
It is
100% Deontay Johnson's season. Juju might do good. Claypool, you could get out of Pittsburgh for all we care.
Claypool is so like Claypool's overrated. See, I don't know if they'll even.
You could even have James Washington actually.
James Washington is very good.
Underrated.
He is underrated.
Underrated.
I 100% agree with you. I think Deontay Johnson, even with Ben Roethlisberger, had an unbelievable season this year.
He had over 1,000 yards. And also something that is kind of funny in a way. People are like, oh, the downfall of Antonio Brown. That third round pick they got from the Raiders was Deontay Johnson.
Yeah. Yep.
It's kind of funny to think about.
And they swapped it, dude. That was a great pick. That was a great trade for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah,
that was a great trade.
I was gonna do an Antonio Brown video a couple weeks ago, but then all the news just keeps coming out. I'm like, can I go one day without Antonio?
Yeah.
So now I'm currently in the middle at the editing a video on the Nickelodeon games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be something. And by the way,
that's gonna be. I'm excited for that.
Patterson clip, but
Oh,
of course I have a certain word. I have a certain word censored, but you might like what
I know exactly what clip you're talking about.
What clip? Also, Kittle also dropped one too.
Yeah.
Kittle dropped one, and I think Nick Bosa might have dropped one.
That's so funny.
There's like two of them.
That's so funny, man. Oh my god.
Yeah, I already showed it to Alex. Alex was dying.
Yeah.
The power of video editing.
The Cordell Patterson one is so funny. Yeah. That's the funniest one.
I know. He's like, what?
Yeah.
Because then the was like commented, and they're like, no, it's 84.
There was a TikTok I saw last year before the first ever Nickelodeon game, and it was like, what Nickelodeon game is gonna look like, and it was just all like players just straight up swearing and cussing on the TV. It was like the funniest thing ever. And then it literally happened. They predicted it. It was so funny. Oh my god, that's so funny. I want to see that. I want to see that video. Let me know when you post it.
I'm actually right now. I'm like halfway done with it. So goal is possibly tomorrow, or because I have tomorrow off, so I could finish that. Have it up by tomorrow night.
That's fair. That's funny. All right. I think that's it. That's all we really gonna talk about. Yeah. That was a nice.
I gotta do that quick.
Yeah, we did. That was only like an hour, so
I know.
That was a nice little. It was good to be back, man. Honestly,
I know it is. I'm busy with stuff. Plus, I also have ball happening now. It's like I was supposed to have a game tonight, but COVID keeps happening. We've had like 7 weeks get moved.
Oh my god!
And a lot of guys they know. It's like I'm like, why can't COVID just stop?
Yeah, exactly.
It was also kind of good because even though we're away on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, the game on Tuesday, I'm facing a friend of mine, and it's on my mom's birthday. So I want all the bragging rights.
Yeah, of course you do.
Of course you do. Bragging rights against them.
Oh, that's
it. And then he also comes to the school I'm at, which, by the way, the home games at my school, lit.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw on your story about the student section. That's crazy.
Dude, legit. Last game too, we're just warming up, and then the freshman coach, she's like, you see what's at the top? I'm like, what's at? Then I look at the top.
Yeah.
Someone has a sign. It's like, TJ is the GOAT. Please sign. Yeah. I'm like, oh my god. They actually got signs.
That's
What is
awesome.
this?
Oh, that's hilarious. All right.
I know.
Oh, that's hilarious. All right.
I know. And it's like even getting ready for the games too.
Yeah.
And then after this past game, it's like, and by the way, I almost got ejected in this because
You did?
the refs were so terrible.
Oh my god, I don't even get me started with refs and
I know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
There was a charge that we should have got called a block.
Oh my god.
And then our coach is arguing. I'm arguing. And then the ref of that game, by the way, he already was mouthing me throughout the game.
Oh my god.
So he's like, don't say another word or you're getting thrown. I'm like, I'm right here.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
right here.
do it. Do it.
In the eyes. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm
keep that same energy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
So, and we were down by double digits when this happened. And then next thing you know, we just come back.
Yeah.
And then the assistant coach is like, we're actually coming back. That really started something in it.
That's awesome.
I'm like, it's not like I had this planned.
Yeah, you gotta love those games, man, when you just come back.
I got the crowd going, got the bench going, got everyone going.
Right. That's awesome.
Which my dad was pissed because I texted him in the third. I'm like, you might want to come. I might get ejected. Then I didn't get ejected. I was in the car for like 30 minutes. But do I regret doing it? Absolutely not.
Yeah, no. God, no. You do it again. That's so funny. Oh my god.
And then after the game, it's like I just get home. One of the cheerleaders slides into my DMs. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. That boy, TJ. You're like that. Of course you are. Oh my god. All right, no, thank you so much, man, for coming on with me. Though it was a great time.
I'm hoping because I would say if you're doing a game on Sunday, then
Sunday.
I have a game at 1. I hope maybe if
I'm down to do the later game if you want, because I have a game at 12.
6 o'clock game. I'm 100%.
All right, yeah, let's plan it, man, for sure.
Let's go.
All right, man. Thank you so much. Hey, thank you everyone for watching, man. We'll hopefully be back Sunday.
Hopefully.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.